But what do you think they're using in terms of a technology to achieve these results? And do you think that this is being examined and this is being researched here on Earth? Or do you think we are being visited?
I don't know, but I know that if I were the federal government, if I was the Department of Energy, and if I were DARPA, and if I were any of these people, and somebody went on the Joe Rogan Experience with millions of viewers and listeners and started talking like this, I would call them up. One of the last times I went on, not the last time, but the time before that, the FBI called me immediately. You laugh.
It's hilarious.
It's not that funny.
Not to you. I bet it was to the FBI.
Well,
watch Eric Weinstein shit his pants.
Well, okay. Why don't you have the Department of Energy call me? I mean...
Well, what did they talk to you about?
We're concerned about some of the stuff you were saying. I think they thought I sounded revolutionary. Like, it's time for heads on pikes. Like,
that. Oh, yeah.
Right, because like Tulsi would put heads on pike, because Tulsi is like Vad the Impaler. She's going to be going around with a, chainsaw, actually cutting people's heads off.
You should phrase it differently.
Oh, stop, Joe! You say stuff all
problematic.
Oh. You say in MMA, that guy's a straight up killer. He's an assassin. Yes. You don't get a call from the FBI.
No, that's true. That's true. But that is actually a compliment. If you use that for Aaron Blanchfield.
In any event, I get occasionally called by somebody from inside. And what I think they're doing, first of all, one, we may be faking a UFO situation for reasons that I don't understand.
If we are faking a UFO situation, do you think that there's technology that's available to people in the United States that is beyond our current understanding of what's possible?
90% no.
90% no.
Because
wow.
It's very hard to imagine physicists continuing to work on nothing for their entire careers. The number of people who are going to be retiring shortly, having never actually done physics as a physicist. We're talking about wasted lives. People are going to be very weird when they realize that they blew their entire career. And I believe I can say what many of these problems are. And if you want to humiliate me at a leading university, just ask me to talk. You can put it on video. You don't realize how many things the standard model has subtly wrong when we explain it to people. It's not that the Lagrangian is wrong, not that the rules are wrong, but we say wrong stuff. We say, like, there are 3 generations that are only of matter that are only distinguished by mass. In other words, there's 3 copies of this stuff here. This is like the wood version, and then there's the plastic version, and then there's the metal version. There aren't 3, there are 2 generations plus an extra imposter generation, which looks like a generation. I mean, I can get into these things. And that should be a provocation. Somebody says, let's call this guy up, have him out, and figure out what he's talking about. Doesn't matter. I don't think we're doing physics.
What do you think they're doing?
I think we are playing paintball rather than going to war, and we're giving prizes for generals who command the best paintball army. And then we're referencing everyone else who's actually trying to figure out how to fight to, well, have you submitted to the paintball competition? It's like, no, I don't want to do paintball. I understand that it keeps your skills up. I understand that some of them are transferable. But I mean, like, you've been in street fights?
Not since I was a teenager.
Yeah, well, I understand. Like, I haven't been for a long time. It's different than what you guys do in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's lots of stuff you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
Right. You get in a street fight, it's a completely different thing.
Sure.
What we're doing is not physics in the same sense.
So what they're doing is we're
doing safe stuff. Yeah, exactly.
They're exercising.
And the exercises are keeping people limber. They're keeping people in a fighting mentality. It's not that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has nothing to do with fighting. We've seen people use it in the street for sure, right? But small joint manipulation is part of street fighting. Eye gouging is part of street fighting. Pulling a knife is part of street fighting. These things are not part of any reputable gym that you might go to. So I want to do the thing that isn't paintball. And I didn't want to do it up until recently because the danger of unleashing a neutron on the world is so high. Now I realize I'm done with that. You guys are willing to play footsies with Putin? You're not going to survive. You're not the responsible adults I thought you were. Like, if I unleash a neutron and it leads to some sort of proliferation of deadly technology, it's on you. It's not on me. You're already taking risks that you shouldn't be taking.
So, if you think 90% sure that this is not coming from here, you believe this because you don't think that the proper science in order to achieve these kind of results is being done by the people that you believe are capable of doing it?
That is correct. I know that, for example, when I talk to Nima, or when I talk to Juan Maldacena, or when I've talked to Natty Seiberg, these people are absolutely brilliant, and they don't know the answer unless they're the greatest actors I've ever seen.
So